AI changing everything, huh? I mean, it really feels like UX is on the verge of something huge.
And it really does.
It's exciting, but also kind of scary, right?
Yeah?
Like, are robots going to be designing apps soon? Is that what we're headed for?
Yeah. I think there's definitely some fear there for
A
people.
lot of unknowns right now.
Definitely.
So that's exactly why we're doing this deep dive to break it all down.
Sounds good.
We've been digging through articles, expert opinions, you name it, all about how AI is going to rock the UX world.
Right.
And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be feeling way more confident about like your place in all of this. No more hiding under the desk.
Definitely not.
Okay, so first things first, got to start with the basics. UX design itself. You know those late nights we've all had? Hunched over user flows? Trying to make sense of mountains of research? Sound familiar?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Well, that, my friend, is the glorious chaos of UX in action.
It
And
is.
believe it or not, there's actually a method to the madness. 5 stages, in fact.
5 stages, okay.
Exposure, immersion, concepting, envisioning, and finally, design.
Okay, I like it. Breaking it down.
Each stage has its challenges, right?
Hmm.
But AI is ready to jump in and shake things up at every single step.
Yeah, it's exciting.
But before you picture, like, an army of robot designers taking over,
Right.
let's reframe how we think about AI, shall we?
Let's do it.
Because it's
Yeah.
not about replacing us. It's about giving us new tools,
Absolutely.
new ways of thinking,
I completely agree.
new ways of working.
It's true. And maybe even new ways of being creative.
Definitely, yeah. We were talking about this a little bit before, but it's really changing the way we think about
That's
creativity.
wild, and it's happening so fast, which is, again, why we're here.
Yeah.
To make sure you're not left in the dust.
Exactly, yeah.
So how about we dive into some of the specific ways AI can actually help us in our UX work?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because it's not just some abstract concept, right?
Yeah.
This is real stuff that's happening right now.
Absolutely, yeah. And there are so many practical applications.
There are, and some of them are pretty mind-blowing, to be honest.
I know, right? It's incredible to see how fast things are developing.
It really is. So instead of seeing AI as this threat, this like job-stealing monster,
Right, right.
let's think of it as a highly adaptable set of tools,
I like that.
ready to play different roles in our UX process.
Exactly.
It can be an assistant, a strategist,
Uh,
or even, dare I say it, a creative partner.
a creative partner. I like that.
Okay, a creative partner. That's kind of blowing my mind a little. I mean, how does that work, AI as a partner in UX?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Think about it this way. You just wrapped up like a whole day of user interviews, right?
Been there.
So you've got, what, pages of notes, voice recordings,
Mhm.
maybe even video?
Oh, yeah, a ton of data.
A gold mine. I mean, it is. It's full of insights.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot, you know?
Understatement. It can feel impossible to even know where to start.
Totally. And that right there is where AI as that assistant role, it just swoops in and saves the day.
Okay, I'm liking where this is going.
Tools like Otter.ai, they can transcribe those recordings super fast, like way faster than a human ever could. And then boom, pull out the key themes, categorize all that feedback for you.
So instead of being stuck in that data entry black hole for hours,
Exactly. You can skip right to the good stuff, like actually understanding your users. What are they saying? What do they need?
it's like having a superpowered intern,
Right.
but without the coffee runs.
Exactly. And it frees you up to do the thinking, the strategic stuff.
Which, let's be honest, is the fun part.
Totally. So let's say you've got those insights, you know your users, and now you're starting to brainstorm solutions. That's where AI as the strategist comes in.
Okay, strategist, I'm listening. How does AI do that?
Well, think about the big questions, right? Like, what's the best user journey here? What are the KPIs, the things we absolutely need to track? What could go wrong?
Every project has those.
AI can look at mountains of data user behavior, market trends, you name it, and it can actually help you see those potential pitfalls, before you even launch.
So it's not just about pretty designs, it's about strategy,
Hmm.
the big picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For example, let's say you're working on an e-commerce site and people are abandoning their carts left and right.
Happens to the best of us.
Right. An AI tool like Perplexity, it can look at thousands of user sessions and tell you exactly where people are bailing. And then, get this, it can suggest improvements,
Right.
like based on what's worked before.
That is seriously cool. Okay, but I gotta ask, what about the elephant in the room? You said creative partner earlier. Can AI really be creative?
The million-dollar question, right? It's tricky. AI can definitely come up with ideas, generate visuals, even write working code, which still blows my mind. But,
There's a but.
but It's creativity based on data, algorithms that can see patterns for sure.
But can it understand, like, real human emotions?
That's the question, isn't it? So maybe it's not replacing human creativity, but it can definitely push it further. Give us new ways to think about
I
problems.
like that. Like, AI could generate a bunch of design options, but then it's up to us, the human designers, to choose the one that really, like,
You
sings.
got it. I read an article that said it really well. AI helps us see what's possible, but it's on us to make sure it's actually good.
I love that. So AI can be this amazing tool, but it still needs us humans to guide it.
Absolutely. To make sure we're not just creating things because we can, but because they actually solve real problems for real people.
Which is, the whole point of UX anyway.
100%.
So we're not running for the hills from AI, we're making AI work for us.
Right. 100%. It's like building your own personalized AI toolkit. Remember those 5 stages of UX we talked about? Imagine each stage, you've got AI tools ready to, like, supercharge your work.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. AI toolkit. I like it. But where do we even begin?
Let's stick with those roles we've been talking about. Assistant, strategist, creative partner.
Makes sense to me.
Okay, so for the assistant role, we already mentioned Otter.ai, right? Transcription, summarization, all that good stuff. But don't underestimate ChatGPT either, especially now with that voice chat. It's amazing.
It really is a game changer.
Totally. It's like having a brainstorming buddy, but one who's read every UX article ever written. Need help pulling key quotes from user interviews? ChatGPT can do it in seconds.
And if you need answers like, right this second, there's Grok AI.
Oh yeah, Grok is blazing fast. Perfect for when you need something, like yesterday.
Exactly. Okay, what about the strategist role?
All right, so for pure data crunching power, Perplexity AI is your new best friend. Trying to figure out why users are bouncing from a certain page. Perplexity can probably tell you.
It's like magic sometimes.
I know. But if you want more of that back and forth, brainstorming with AI, Claude is incredible for that. Really good at helping you uncover those, like, hidden biases in your designs, too, which is huge.
Oh, for sure. Catching those blind spots early can save so much time and headache later on.
100%. Okay, and then the fun part, creative partner tools.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. What have we got?
For visuals, Adobe Firefly is a game changer. Imagine, like, cleaning up an image, transferring styles, making variations of a logo all in seconds.
No way. That's insane.
It's wild, right? But honestly, for a glimpse into the future, keep an eye on Krita.
Krita.
Yeah, it's free, open source, an alternative to Photoshop, but with this crazy good AI plugin.
Okay, adding that to my list right now. But what about, like, the less visual stuff? Copywriting, even coding. Can AI help with that too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Both ChatGPT and Claude, they've gotten shockingly good at writing, like, really compelling copy. But I think the real magic will happen when AI is built into the tools themselves.
What do you mean?
So picture this. You're in Figma, designing away, and AI just suggests the perfect microcopy, like right then and there, tailored to what you're doing. Or you're coding, and your AI assistant is basically reading your mind, suggesting code snippets.
Whoa. This is a whole new level of collaboration.
Right, and it all ties into this concept one of the articles talked about, retrieval augmented generation, RAG for short.
RAG sounds like something I'd use to clean up a paint spill.
Uh-huh, I know, right?
Oh,
But RAG is really cool, I promise. So most AI models, they're trained on these massive data sets, right? Which is great, but they don't know you.
Ugh.
Like, they don't know your design preferences, your style, your brand. RAG is different. Imagine training an AI on your own design library, your go-to fonts, your color palettes, even your best-performing UI elements. Argy lets AI tap into all of that and all that general knowledge it has.
So no more generic design suggestions. This is AI that actually gets your style. That's amazing.
Right. It's like having an AI assistant who gets you creatively.
That is both incredible and a little intimidating. AI is changing so fast. How are we even supposed to keep up with all of this?
It is a lot. But at the end of the day, UX is about empathy, right?
Yeah, understanding people.
And how to make things that make their lives better.
And AI can help us do that even better, right? By using data to help us understand human behavior.
Exactly. And that's what I think is so important to remember. AI isn't here to take our jobs. It's to give us superpowers.
Superpowers. I like that.
Right. AI can help us be even better designers.
So instead of fearing AI, we need to be thinking about how we can use it to design a better future.
100%. That's the key takeaway here.
Don't just think about what AI will do to your job. Think about what you can do with AI.
Well said. Be curious, experiment, get your hands dirty.
Because the future of UX isn't AI versus humans,
It's AI and humans.
working together to make technology that actually works for people.
Couldn't have said it better myself.